Yo, what's up? Jeff Lerner here. And in this video, we are going to talk about how if you want to survive in this world, you're going to have to get a little bit crazy. I'm going to explain what that means, and I'm going to inspire you, and I'm going to convince you that it's time to get your loco on. So what do I mean when I say if you want to survive in this world, you got a little bit crazy? Can't you just be normal? Why can't, whatever happened to normal? Normal used to be a good thing. What, you got to take your shirt off and make YouTube videos while you ride your bike with a goofy headband on? No, that's not what I'm saying. There's reasons why I'm doing it this way. Today is just one of those days where I had to multitask a little more than I like to cram everything in. But here's what I will tell you, is that if I let the fear stop me, I'd be doing what most people do. I wouldn't be getting crazy, which means I wouldn't be surviving. In the world we live in, let's talk about that word survival. You say, oh, I want to thrive. I don't just want to survive, I want to thrive. You know what? Thrive is the new survive. Because if you looked around, this world is getting harder. It is getting more despondent. It is getting more disenfranchised. The middle class is disappearing. It is getting more expensive. Surviving, the reason I say you got to get crazy if you want to survive is because I don't think there's such a thing. Survive is a place of diminishing returns. For most of human history, we've lived in a world of survival. Surviving is what people did. They met their basic needs. Maslow's hierarchy, as long as they got the first two, food, air, water, and then physical sustenance and protection from the elements, shelter, maybe some climate control depending on where you live. As long as people got that for most of history, they were good. Then we said, oh, I want to have love. I want to have relationships. And then I want to matter. I want to be significant in the world. We get into the third and fourth levels. And the fifth level, self-actualization. I want to actually have this extraordinary life. Most of human history, people are like, what's that all about? That's just for the rich people up on the hill. I'm just trying to get by. Just check. As long as I get my first two levels of Maslow met, then I'm good, right? We don't live in that world anymore. Fact is, in the developed world anyway, and you go read the book Factfulness by Hans Rosling if you want to take issue with this. But the fact is, in terms of meeting the first two needs, first two levels of sustenance, the world's getting a lot better. There's a lot fewer people. Like we still have some major work to do, and before you get all, whatever the word is, on your high horse and want to attack Jeff because he's all greedy and he makes all this money and he just is in it for him. I don't see, most of the people I see out there solving these problems are rich people. Let's call that what it is. Can't help the poor by being one of them. And I don't want to come off defensive, but I do get some stuff thrown at me, some unfair accusations leveled about what my priorities are. But anyways, I'm here to lift you up. So let's talk about this. In the world we live in, surviving is just less and less of an option. There's those who thrive and those who struggle. Survival is like this middle ground that's just kind of disappearing, right? That's the play on words when I say, if you want to survive, you got a little bit crazy. Got to get a little bit crazy, because the people that are thriving, the people who do amazing things in this world, they're the crazy ones. I've made peace with that. I'm sitting here in the corner of my bedroom in my house. I got lighting and video equipment set up. I got a wireless mic here attached to a towel on my Peloton. And here's the thing. People say, oh, Jeff, all this talk about an awesome life and this and that. You want me to put a fine point on it? Things are going okay. So I'm checking my sales notifications on my phone. Looks like in one of my businesses today, one of my digital businesses, we're at 8,000 in sales of one product. Hold on. You say, oh, I don't believe him. He's making it up. Show us the proof. I'm not going to show you the proof. It's people's private business. They're actually transacting with their credit card information. I'm not going to show it to you. Are you crazy? We got 18 sales of another product. Price point $100. That's another $8,800. I don't know. I didn't see the batch for my agency business last night, but that's can range anywhere from like 3 to 10,000 a day. My e-com store, I sell a health product. Haven't checked it. I've got 3 coaching retainers. You want to put a fine point on it? Part of what makes an awesome life, not all of what makes an awesome life. I talk about physical, personal, and professional excellence. Professional comes last. What do you think pays for all of it? I think pays for all of it. 6, 7, 8-figure incomes. That's where it's at, especially when you can be earning it doing this. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to brag. I worked hard. I earned every penny of it. I scrapped and scraped. And here's the thing, if I wanted to brag about the things that are going right, I'd have to brag about the things that went wrong. And I had some stuff go wrong. I mean, I'm talking eviction, broken marriages, 2 of them, estrangement from family, friends, dealing with personality, and almost like, I mean, I swear sometimes I think I'm crazy. Like, life's not easy. It's not about easy. It's about saying, am I going to hide from the hard? Am I going to hide from the crazy? Am I going to hide from how difficult it is? Or am I going to lean into it? Am I going to lean into it because what makes me different is probably part of what's going to make me great. It's part of what's going to make my life great. Because I look around, I can size up average with a face. Average looks like this. Look at me. Is that the life you want? Is that the face you want to make? Call it Subway face. Nah, you want to be making helicopter face. You can have it all in this world, but you got to get a little crazy. Got to get a little nuts. Because surviving ain't a thing anymore. So today, I said I'm going to get my videos done, and I'm going to get my cardio done. I've been going, I forgot to restart. I stopped my watch when I went to start the video. I stopped it at 75 minutes, probably lost 10 minutes. I've probably been on here 85 minutes maybe. It's okay. I'm about a third of the way there. I'm going to shoot six videos here on the bike. All while my digital businesses are paying my bills and then some. They're not just paying for this house. They're building the new one. It's about a mile that way up the hill. I'm just waiting for the road to go in so we can break ground. And guys, you can have it all in this world, but you got to stop giving a flying shit what anybody else in your life thinks. I try not to curse too much in these videos. Here's the thing about cursing. I just need new words. I need new words to really, really express how I feel about the mundane, the average, the ordinary, the settling, the people that want to drag me down, the people that are so off-put by the fact that their fears and insecurities aren't contagious and that I won't take them on as my fears and my insecurities. I need new words. I'm a pretty language-centric person. I love language. I've worked hard to develop a vocabulary and, master the lexicon of the English language and throw in words like lexicon and vernacular. But I need new words so that I don't have to settle for those to talk about how I feel about the people that want so badly for everyone around them to be average so that they can be so too. I don't know. Why? Why do they want it like that? It's so hard. It's so hard. I talk about Greek mythology, the Cassandra Complex. If you've seen the movie 12 Monkeys, and you know what I'm talking about, to be cursed, to know the future, and be able to have the information to save people from what's coming, but to be cursed so that no one will believe you. That was the curse, the fate of Cassandra in Greek mythology. She knew about the plagues. She knew about the sickness. She knew about the wars. She knew what the gods up on Olympus had in mind for mere mortals. And she would tell them, and they wouldn't listen. It's how I feel in this world. Not because I know the future, but because I know the present. I know what's possible here and now for you, for me, for everyone. We live in a world where in 2008, I was $500,000 in debt, had lost my apartment, was scorned and shunned and judged by the world around me. They thought I was a weirdo. This just malcontent jazz musician. He went to a private school. He could have been a doctor. He could have been a banker. He could have been a lawyer. But he dropped out of high school to play jazz music. What the hell is that all about? And now he can't even do that. He practiced too much and he hurt his hand. He's injured. Boo-hoo. And he's poor. Boo-hoo. And he lost his apartment. Boo-hoo. And he had to move in with his, I love them. I'm not like angry at them, but the reality is I had to move in with my ex-wife's parents, and they weren't too stoked about it. They were okay at first, but it went south, as these things do. I told my friends at a dinner, I call them my friends, haven't seen any of them in over a decade, but at that point, 2008, I felt like sharing with them. I said, yeah, I'm taking this course. I bought this course online. I'm going to become an internet marketer. I think I could be good. You know, I spend all this time sitting at a keyboard anyways. I already make my living at a keyboard, piano keyboard. I'm just going to try it at a computer keyboard. You know, I learn these skills. It's really powerful. There's these guys out there, these guys like Ryan Dice and Frank Kern and John Reese and Jeff Walker and Eben Pagan. This whole crew that they seem to be tearing it up. They got these skills, you know. I'm smart. I can tell you that the sharp 11 in a C sharp dominant Lydian mode is an F double sharp. Like I got the cerebral bandwidth. Maybe I could learn these things. I wasn't that long-winded about it, but my buddy goes, "You're going to be an internet marketer? That doesn't sound like something to be too proud of." Freaking trust fund kid. Never had to work a day in his life. Wants to shoot me down. I was just crazy enough to say, screw him. I'm going to go home. I'm going to lock myself in a room for 18 months. I wore these wool slippers every day for 18 months. Couldn't afford new shoes. My parents bought them for me. That tells you something. I live in Houston. I lived in Houston at the time. It's a hot, muggy town. My feet sweat a lot, but I wore the shit out of those wool slippers. God, they were just ragged and juicy. You could wring them out. For 18 months, I wore these wool slippers, and I taught myself how to market on the internet, and I paid off $492,000 in debt. I started getting invited to speak, first on phone calls, then at live events. People, who is this jazz musician who got so good at affiliate marketing so fast? November 2008, I was facing bankruptcy. June 2009, I made $72,000. Spent about 10 on advertising. So I kept 60. What do you think that did for my life in 2009? Making $60,000 in a month as a broke-ass jazz musician living in his ex-wife's parents' spare bedroom with nasty slippers. And I did it again and again and again. The internet is so powerful. That was 2009. This is 2019, 2020, 2021. It's come full circle. It's all coming together. You got digital over here. You got physical over here. You got the Internet of Things. We got microchips and Wi-Fi connectors and Bluetooth connectors and everything now. It's all coming together. You understand the digital world. You just understand the world, period. I know people. I was talking to a buddy of mine a couple weeks ago who's making a killing in real estate without even buying any properties, not putting any money out. He's just tying up the properties and using websites to market them. I said, dude, I got to get me some of that. I'm working on my first such deal. Shoot, between videos, I'll probably hop on a call and be working on it right here in this corner on this bike. I'm telling you, you get empowered with the skills. You don't have to grind it out anymore. You don't have to commute anymore. We live in a skills-based world now. Back in 2008, these skills were fringe. People thought, oh, it's weird. What's he doing? I was already a jazz musician. People already thought I was weird. Now in 2019, it's cool and it's sexy, but what people don't really realize about it is it's still weird. It's still fringe. The vast majority of us, we're not going to work anymore because we have to. We're not going to school anymore because we even think we should. We're doing those things because of inertia. We're doing those things because we haven't been reculturized to get comfortable doing it on our own. Most of us, we have a job because we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if there wasn't anybody around us reminding us what it is that we're supposed to be doing. But the few, those of us at the margins, I'll tell you, the times when I was down and out, the times when I was pushed to the edge, those are the times that made what I do now possible. Because I'm no longer uncomfortable being uncomfortable. I'm no longer embarrassed being marginalized. I'm no longer self-conscious about being different. I grew up different. I grew up being bullied because I looked funny. My parents told me later I have a syndrome. I'm always going to look that way. Thank God for it. Because now people look at me funny. People wonder what I do. How come we're all getting in our car and going to work in the morning and Jeff's just coming home from the gym? He doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry. He's going to spend a few hours with his kids, help them get to school, and then hang out by the pool if it's a nice day and work on his laptop. How come he's was he a drug dealer? He's always bringing camera gear in and out of his house. He's a digital marketer. He has virtual businesses. I have employees. I just don't make them come to an office because I don't want to come to an office either. We all work from home. The tools are there. It's all out there in this world. You get more done with a couple virtual assistants in other parts of the world. I mean, I literally have team members that do incredible work for 8, 10, 12. I guess I bumped them up to $12 an hour now. Some of my developers, I have world-class developers that work for me, depending on what part of the world they're in, anywhere from $12 to $20 an hour now. I guess I have a couple that are a little higher, but here in the States, these people pay $100, $200 an hour to do the work that they do. And they'd be constantly asking me, what's in it for me? I go get a job at Microsoft. I go get a job at Red Hat. I got somebody hitting me up from Oracle, wants me to come work for them. So Jeff, what do you got for me? They'd be constantly trying to better deal me at $100 an hour. Meanwhile, there's people that are super grateful. Like, send me Christmas cards, send me freaking gift baskets from across an ocean to say how much they appreciate doing the work with me because I'm consistent. I pay on time. I may act a little crazy, but I'm very stable and very consistent when you do business with me. I pay you what I say I'm going to pay you when I say I'm going to pay it to you. And they're grateful for it. It feeds their families. It's an amazing world we live in. People just think too small. And I realized I'm not really going to be able to do this mission that I want to do. I'm not really going to be able to push the world the way I want to push the world if I try to act all buttoned up. I try to act like everything's all fine and cozy and hunky-dory and just status quo. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a little different twist on how to do business. Bullshit. It's not just a little different twist. It's a radical, game-altering shift in perspective and approach that will set you free. Freedom. Not in the go get yourself killed at the end of a spear, William Wallace kind of way. I'm talking about real freedom. I'm talking about the fact that right outside that door is my 3-year-old girl. And I said, Daddy's going to shoot some videos. And I lock the door. And as soon as I'm done, I don't know, I might get on the phone and talk to that guy about that real estate thing. But pretty soon, it's 1:30 in the afternoon right now. I'm going to go get to spend some time with her before the other kids get home. I'm going to get to be present in her life in a way that very few dads are. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And if I got to be crazy to make that happen, well, I'd rather do that than just survive. Because I don't think surviving is anymore. You're either crazy and you're kicking ass and you're thriving and you're making it happen and you're building the life you want, or you're struggling like everyone else. That's the world we live in. That's the fact. Don't shoot the messenger. Now it's time for me to say, subscribe to my channel. You know you want to. Make sure you click the bell so you get notified when I put out new videos. And I appreciate your patronage. I hope you're as committed to an awesome life as I am for you. Let's get there together. Catch you next time.